Is keeping your goals to yourself not getting you anywhere? Then you need accountability partners to help you follow through on your goals and build an extraordinary life worthy of you. But before I continue, I first want to welcome you to the Spirit Panda podcast. I am your host and coach, Neftalí Vélez, and we are filming today from beautiful Mexico City. In today's episode, we will be discussing the importance of accountability partners in helping you follow through on your goals and how to identify those people in your life. Then make sure you watch until the end of this episode for our segment of Ask Nef, in which we will be providing you with 3 steps to help you work through negative emotions that are holding you back from living your full potential. So let's dive into today's topic. How often do you finish what you start? Being accountable is the ability to see things through from beginning to end. Then as responsible adults, we can follow through on our commitments to ourselves and others. But unfortunately, as simple as this sounds, it's not. And it's not to say that we aren't responsible and accountable. But when we're doing things outside of our comfort zone and we feel like fish out of water, we tend to avoid, resist, and abandon our commitments out of that discomfort. This happens even to the best of us. For us to reach our goals, it's important to hold ourselves accountable. What I mean is to not rely on motivation alone. When you get started on a new project or task, you're very likely to feel energized and excited to get going. That's great, but it's impossible to maintain that high level of motivation at all times. There will be days that you will feel defeated, tired, and mentally sore from the growth you will be experiencing. Similar to a good workout, you're meant to feel sore, but from mental and emotional discomfort. This is by design. No pain, no gain. We're taught that success is achieving. Well, you can't achieve without growth, and growth is gained through mastery of discomfort. For when the going gets hard, we always have a backup plan to keep us accountable. So I want you to think about the 5 people that you trust and interact the most with. We are the sum of these 5 people that we spent the most time with. These people can influence our actions and inspire us to be the best version of ourselves. I want you to make a list of these 5 positive influences in your daily life and save it, because we will be coming back to this list for future episodes when we will be helping you identify your core values and establish SMART goals. These accountability partners will serve as checkpoints on your progress throughout the show while helping you stay motivated. Accountability partners are a pivotal part of coaching. Studies have proven that you have a much higher chance of accomplishing your goals when sharing them with others. Plus, take this opportunity to continue to deepen your relationships, have fun, and grow together. So now it's time for our session of Ask Nef. In each episode, we dive into one viewer's question. Today's question comes from Aaron from Oakland, California, who asked, how do you create new emotions without dismissing your negative feelings related to trauma? Thank you, Aaron. This is a great question. I love talking about the complexity of our inner emotional world. And in future episodes, we will cover the Atlas of Emotions created by the Dalai Lama and how to apply it to your daily life. Now, here are 3 steps to help you work through negative emotions. Step 1, deepening your awareness. What negative emotions am I feeling? Identifying our emotions and being able to sit with the discomfort that we may feel at times is not an easy task. When we ignore our emotions, we push the wisdom they may offer us outside of our reach into our subconscious, making it much harder for us to identify and work on the root of the problem. Therefore, it's imperative that we do not push our emotions away, but instead to deepen our curiosity while allowing ourselves to feel negative emotions. Everything starts with self-awareness. What am I feeling? What is the root cause of my negative emotions? What needs my attention? What is the pain in my emotions telling me? These are all questions we should be asking ourselves frequently, checking in with ourselves, leads to healthier relationships with ourselves and others. Close your eyes and do a body scan and ask yourself, where does my pain live in my body? Write down or journal the answers. Jot down all your thoughts related to those feelings. The most important aspect of this is to acknowledge your negative thoughts and feelings, to not push them away. Invite more insight. And like anything in life that is new at first will feel discomforting and scary. Still, with time, this will subside and you will have expanded your emotional resiliency while gaining more awareness about the root cause. Step 2, encouraging more acceptance. How can I be more accepting of my emotions? In this step, you're going to review your notes and journaling. The key here is to observe how you feel when you're reviewing these notes. Emotions aren't fixed. It might seem like they are, but that's not true. For example, when I got let go from my sales job in August 2020, I felt sad, disappointed, frustrated, fearful, happy, relieved, excited. And I know you're probably thinking, is it healthy and possible to experience all these opposing emotions at once? On the one hand, I was excited to finally be free to pursue my dream of working for myself. On the other hand, even though I had made plans to leave my cushy sales job at some point before the end of 2020, I was fearful of my next steps in life and sad that I was let go. We're fascinating emotional creatures, and how we feel excited and fearful at the same time is puzzling. How can we experience these emotions that seem so distant from one another all at once? The circumstances that brought me happiness was also stressing me out. It's important for us to not dismiss these negative emotions for the comforting of positive emotions. We err when we weigh in, thinking it's needed to take sides when we couldn't be more wrong. All emotions are meant to be acknowledged and felt. We are capable of holding more than one emotion at the same time. We can feel sad and happy, or fearful and excited without having to choose one over the other. Step 3, increasing your adaptivity. How can I be more comfortable with my negative emotions? The key here is how we label and talk about our emotions. We tend to label discomforting feelings as negative and comforting as positive. From this point on, I want you to stop labeling your emotions as positive or negative. Emotions are just that, emotions, indicators of what our conscious and subconscious minds are processing. We grow through discomfort, and eventually what feels unbearable with enough exposure will be normalized. And finally, our emotional lexicon is key to helping us sort and move through our emotions. If our emotional vocabulary is limited, so will our access to new, less heavy and intense emotions. For example, how do you know if you feel annoyed, exasperated, or frustrated instead of angry? We rely on our primary 5 emotions: fear, anger, disgust, sadness, and happiness, without realizing that each primary emotion has many other emotions within it that we can experience at different intensities and durations that would be easier for us to identify and work through. Being frustrated is not the same as feeling angry, which is a much harder emotion to process. This is even more important for us highly sensitive people who feel overwhelmed frequently due to our sensorial stimulation. More about this in future episodes, in which we will be talking more in depth about highly sensitive people. In summary, to answer your question, Aaron, we never want to push away our emotions. Instead, we always want to get curious and explore our emotions without feeling the need to create new emotions. Once you deepen your understanding of your emotional state and allow it to be, your emotions will transmute on their own, making it easier to process and work through. So again, emotions will transform on their own. there's no need to try to create new emotions. Just deepen the awareness, acceptance, and the adaptivity will automatically be there. Thank you again to Aaron for your question. And anyone can submit their questions or topics for future episodes by dropping a comment below or directly emailing me at asknef@spiritpanda.com. Now here is a quick recap on the 3 key points we covered in this episode. Identify key people in your life that can support and help keep you accountable. Share your goals and dreams with your accountability partners. Always make time to feel your discomforting emotions. And for today's assignment, you will be making a short list of 5 people closest to you. It can be a combination of closest friends, colleagues, partner, and family. Once you identify each person, make sure you provide them with enough information on how to support you to stay accountable. For example, how would you like them to remind you of your goals and commitments with yourself? The more information that you can provide your accountability partners, the more equipped they will be to help you stay on track. In addition, you will share your why assignment from episode 2 with your accountability partners. Make sure you don't skip this assignment. Like our show, then hit that subscribe button for new episodes every Sunday. And remember, ability over motivation. Engineering the extraordinary life you desire requires strategic planning and commitment. I'll see you in the next one.